January 21st, 1954. I was born in Seattle, Washington at 10th and Madison at the Madison Street Hospital that is no longer there. Irene Ruth Grohn and Arnie Jan Grohn. Sanna, or pronounce it like my grandmother would pronounce it, Sanna Ruth GROHN. Sanna Elizabeth GROHN was my dad's mother, and Oliver, or was it Robert Turtle? No, I don't know. I have to think about it. My grandpa on my mom's side was the Peltier. Oliver Pelter or Peltier. They pronounced it numerous different ways, or Pelter. And then that was on my mom's side. And then on her mom's name was Ruth. Not sure what her middle name was. I'll have to look it up. Ruth Pelcher or Pelter or Peltier. But her maiden name was Turlot or Turlot. They changed it. It was a French. And that was on my mom's side. And then on my dad's side was Oscar. Oscar, maybe Arnie, A-R-N-I-E, like my dad, Grohn. And my mom's mom was Sanna Elizabeth. No, not my mom's mom, sorry. My dad's mom was Sanna Elizabeth. And I don't know what her maiden name was. Okay. Earliest childhood memories. Well, my initial one that comes to mind is I was living in Georgetown with my parents, and my mom's dad was living there. My grandmother had already passed away on my mom's side. I never met her. And I think we lived in maybe a 2 or a 3 bedroom. I think it was just a 2 bedroom because Mom and Dad had their own bedroom. And I believe John, Lori, and I shared a bed. And I think Grandpa had his own bed. And the only thing I remember back then was I was probably 2 years old, sitting in a high chair in the kitchen. And I remember I was holding my little tiger stuffed animal, and reason it was called Tiger because it was a tiger, and that's what I named him. I tend to name my stuffed animals after whatever they are. Like if it's a bear, it's a bear. If it's a tiger, it's a tiger. So years ago, when I was young and good-looking, skinny, I used to go to Vegas quite a bit, and I tended to meet celebrities when I was there. So, like, if I knew one, they'd introduce me to another, and pretty nice. Lucas has pictures of me in Vegas, and he can show you those pictures. I looked a lot different than I do now. Hal Linden was a nice man. He was on the TV show Barney Miller, and I met him with his mother in Vegas one day, and she was a nice lady. She traveled with him every time he would go to Vegas or someplace to put on a show. And she'd come up and grab my hand and say, "Now, have we met before?" I go, "Yes, Mrs. Linden." And she goes, "And how did we meet?" So I'd have to tell her every time we met how and why we met. And she always wanted to sit and talk to me and hold my hand while her son played at whatever theater he was playing at. And I don't think she would appreciate, or Hal would appreciate, any of the juicier stories, so I will leave those out. That Hal and I were good friends. Yeah, he gave me a ring. I had a diamond star ring made up for me, a special order. And actually, when I was joined the Marine Corps many years ago, and I had to leave my rings and jewelry at home, I left it with Teresa, and Teresa lost. She said somebody stole it, but I think it fell off her hand at Safeway in the grocery section, or the vegetable section as you dig into for veggies. Because when I called her and said, "Hey, I'm coming home from boot camp," she wasn't very excited. I found out why, because she lost my very expensive diamond star ring, one of a kind. Well, I guess Debbie Reynolds copied the actress Debbie Reynolds copied the design because she liked it so much. She bought her girls each one too. So there's probably 5 more of them out there. And those were her backup singers. And I've met lots of celebrities on the road. I met Engelbert Humperdinck. And yeah, I wouldn't say he's the nicest guy in the world, but he was okay. It was fun hanging out with the celebrities and going to dinner with them and going to different shows. My next childhood memory would be a little boy down the alley. I had done something down at his house, like thrown a rock or something at his door, and it hit his door or window or something, and he was going to beat me up. So I went and told my brother John, and Uncle John went down and pulled the kid out of the house and beat the crap out of him. Don't you ever touch my sister. That's my baby sister. Nobody touches my sister. So John was always my protector. And, I don't have a lot of the memories that I retain. I had friends like the Holts, Harley and Debbie Holt were my best friends in Georgetown. And Brownie and Kathy House, I think, were in Georgetown. But we only lived there until I think I was 6 or 7, and we decided to move to Kirkland. And we moved to the house on 19th Avenue on 6th Street. Or no, sorry, 619 10th Avenue in Kirkland. And that was across the street from Tom and Stephanie. We bought our house from them. And the Kennedys lived next door. And we bought a 3-bedroom rambler from them. And that's where John and Bev met, because she lived in the house across the street. And my brother fell head over heels in love with her. And I had a good time living on that street. We had a fort and a ranch at the end of the road, and we could ride horses and climb the trees. Leaves looking like there's horses. There was a ranch with a horse railing, and you climb up there, and the horse would come over to the railing, and you could climb on the horse and go for a horseback ride, but it was bareback. So that's the first type of horse I ever rode, was a bareback horse. And the first person I met when I came to Kirkland was Stephanie Pierce, who's Lee's grandmother. And she was across the street because she lived in the house across the street from me. And she invited me over and asked me if I was hungry. And she said, "Do you like peanut butter and jelly?" And I said, "Sure." And so I went over there and I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And she put like that much butter on it. And I had never had butter on a strawberry and peanut butter sandwich before. And I thought that was very unusual. And it kind of grossed me out because I'd never had butter on a sandwich before. And but that was my first memory, and I remember her hugging me and welcoming me to the neighborhood. And then she was going to be my friend, And she introduced me to Barbara Kennedy. And Barbara would take me in her backyard and let me get vegetables from her backyard. And they both put butter on their sandwiches the same way. And Barbara made Kool-Aid in one of those Kool-Aid pitchers, that you can draw the face on. And she made watermelon cucumber or watermelon Kool-Aid. I thought, gross. So in that one day, I would introduce all this food I had never had before. And you would think it would be just a normal childhood food. That was my first day in Kirkland. Black. I named Lucas after, I wanted a biblical name and I wanted a kind of a strong man's name. So I decided to name him Lucas John Grohn. And Lucas was Luke for the Bible. John was for my brother John, because my brother's name is John Arnie Grohn. And then there's other Johns, so we can include them. We have John Arnold, who's my sister's husband, and then my dad was a Arnie John. But the main person he was named after was John Arnie Grohn, my brother. When they told me that I was pregnant, because they had told me for so many years that I would never be able to have a baby. And I was visiting my sister in Kansas, and I said, I haven't started my period. why wouldn't I start my period? And she goes, oh, go get a pregnancy test. I said, there's no way I'm pregnant. I just can't get pregnant. So we went and got one. We came home, and it said it takes about 5-10 minutes for it to appear. And so I went into the bathroom, took it in the middle of the day, didn't even probably do it right. And I peed in the little bottle, what they had back then, set it on the table, and I said, well, it says if it turns color in within 10 minutes, you're pregnant. And so then I went to point at Lori to look at the bottle, and it was blue. And I knew this wasn't true, but I said, oh my God, I'm pregnant and it's a boy, because it was blue. And I think then I panicked, because I thought, oh my God, I'm pregnant. And then I found out, yeah, I was pregnant, and it was a baby boy, because I knew it was a baby boy. If God's going to give me a baby, it's going to be a boy, because he knew that's what I wanted. And so when people would ask me what I was going to name, I said, Lucas John Grohn. And they said, well, what if it's a girl? I said, well, it's not going to be a girl. I'm sending it back, because I wanted a boy. And I got what I wanted. Happy birthday. No.
Happy
No, I was joking.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, old Auntie Sanna. Happy birthday to you.
You gonna help me blow them out?
I want to do it too. Okay, that works.
So this is my first video for the new spring of 2017. And the reason I know this is because I'm looking at the wall and it says 3/2017. Happy birthday, Dan. I know it's your birthday because it's the first day of spring. And the reason I'm looking at the wall is because guess what? I'm back in the hospital again. So we decided that while us girls are here, Kayla, Lee, and I, in our new digs at Evergreen Hospital, we would do our video, my first video, to you guys. And now I may cry. Tell you I love you all. And this is going to be the only video I cry. Ha ha ha. She said that. So I wasn't feeling good today. Came into the hospital. I had a mammogram and all my numbers were low. So if you see me doing this, itching my nose, it takes away by crying. Luckily, Lee said she'll be editing a lot of this out, so I can just talk and talk and talk. Doing pretty good. Feeling better now that I'm in the hospital. I had some fluids. Uncle John came by Nobody else, I don't know, a lot of people know I'm here. Hopefully I'm back out tomorrow. I'm back at Lucas and Kayla's. But if not, we'll be here for a while. It's a beautiful day out. It's got a little clouds, a little sunshine. Just want to feel better. Well, hopefully they can get some more fluid, some food in me, so I feel like getting up and doing things. Other than that, what's going on with you guys?